Hello, 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 and welcome to another Wednesday stream. First day stream. It's first day. It's first day. So today we are back with some more Omniscient Viewpoint work stream with us writing down different items, different abilities, different stigmata, different kind of things that can all be used in the future in the TTRPG system. That will happen. We are working on this for a long time, I know, so some of you, I'm not sure, might think that it will never happen, but it's just, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, so it will take some time, especially because I cannot work on this every single day, and I also am working on other things that I want to share with you in the future, and I'm working on a second YouTube channel. Hello Eileen, welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, I'm tired as well. Same. Aren't we all tired? So, today, chapter 50 to chapter 60 is the minimum amount of things that we want to get through. So let's see how fast it will be. And just like we talked about last week, now we see the two items that Dogja bought. The first one is the Hermit Cloak for a whopping 3,000 coins only. Let me copy this down here again. Let me copy this here, because why not? For 3,000 coins, that means this thing is actually only an D grade item. And the mental stimulant also costs 3,000 coins. Mental stimulant is a D grade item for also 3,000 coins. There's not really requirements to buy them, and the Hermit Cloak seems to be just an invisibility item. I'd be lying if I say I don't regret spending 6,000 coins, but if I can have the Hermit King of the Shadows. Okay, so considering these things, the Hermit Cloak gives them invisibility. While covered in the cloak, covered with the cloak, the wearer has invisibility. Yep. And the mental stimulant, liquid that, when drunk, can break hypnosis and other mental debuffs. It was a 5 times consumable item, but it could maintain absolute stealth for 20 minutes. So that's what's said in the novel. 5 times consumable. Absolute stealth was also a word. While cover of a cloak, the wearer has invisibility. Has 5 charges. Okay. Let's get it through it. He's talking to him, they want to be friends, and it's also a gold member's privilege item. This is also another headache that I had. I thought about this one in the shower once, because we know that Dogja upgraded the shop from like ordinary Dokebi shop to gold level Dokebi shop, which means, is there also like a silver and a bronze level and he just immediately jumped to the gold? Or is gold like the next step after normal? It also means we know he has jumped to platinum when he punched, I think, what's his name, Paul? And then that begs also the question, if above platinum maybe there's diamond or some other sort of level. And all these things bring with them the problem that it would mean that not only would I need to name all these items as like, oh, not only are they this rank, they also cost this much. And then I need to maybe adjust the prices depending on how far we are into the scenarios, because like that could fluctuate in a way. But I also would need to think that maybe some items are only available in the normal, or like some items are available with the normal shop, some are in the gold, some are in the platinum. But I think personally that's just too much. I know that technically it's not accurate, but I feel like it would be a hassle. Maybe I could still implement like the gold membership and so on as a way of like if you have a gold membership card, like the normal membership card, you can just buy things from the shop. But with the gold membership card, maybe you have something like a buy 10 thing and get 1 thing for free. I don't know, some random gimmick that you can get when you have higher like grades of like memberships, but I don't want to limit the entire item pool because then I would also mark them down. Need to mark them down. It's useless against opponents with absolute sense level 6 or higher. Well, coverwork local wearer has invisibility. That can only be seen through by high level, by people with extremely good senses. I don't know. Okay, now he has this new comrade, and I need to take my headphones off because the music is too loud in my ears. I hope the music is okay for you guys. So that's like true side. In a way, yeah, I guess. The thing is also, it grants him invisibility, right? So to begin with, that means, I mean, you said like it can be also absolute stealth. So that's quite the question of like, is he only invisible to the eyes, or does the cloak also dampen the sounds of him walking? Is it also that, like, if somebody was walking, they can still walk into him? It's not like he is like completely like in a different dimension, but can still see everything that's going on. So I feel like they are still, you can even still hear them in a way. Okay, he has severe social anxiety, but there's nothing important here because we already got all the skills from this guy. AOE internet, he used it anywhere within the Soul Dome, as long as Donghoon Han is conscious. Yes, and invisibility in D&D is advantage to stealth rolls. Yep, that's a good question. Soon Dogsha will die. We're like this. I mean, so far it's just Constellations, so we're just scrolling through everything. Every week, we remember, and see more things. But hey, new monster. You mean when we get to the dragon? Yeah, the dragon will be a new monster for us. Doesn't seem to be anything super important for now. Can take on all of us, even if you're the great Junior Q. So he had the flag. I think he's dead. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Hypnosis. I like these two characters. I think, I'm not sure if both of them are dead or if only like the guy in the back is dead. I vaguely remember him dying as well. I remember Dogja getting his pants and then him somehow dying in a way. But I don't remember 100% if that's true. Like, I also ran into Dogja and noticed him. He is physically there. Not the brown flag. Even if I were the real Junior Q, I would have never teamed up with the likes of you. Could it be? You should have read to the end. Members of the Dongyo group are awaiting your orders. Yippee! They got fooled by someone who read more. Look at him, he easily got 9 stations already. 9 stations. 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 9 He slept until 4 p.m. I could not even do that. I don't remember Hypnotist Guy dying on screen. Somehow I remember it, but it could also be like a fake memory that I implanted into myself. I like to do that from time to time. Because what is life if you don't try to fool yourself and try to implant fake memories into you, trying to think that you are at least slightly insane? Isn't life boring if you're not attempting to make you go slightly insane? Your partial skills are partially updated. Hoo-hoo. I mean, technically, the whole thing with the system using the leader system and the capture the flag thing is also interesting for me. But I already said that I'm not going to use the capture the flag kind of mission as a scenario. I was thinking that's a leak for you guys in a way. One thing I was thinking about, and I don't know when I would use that and if I will use it, because I need to think about it more properly. This is not even for the D&D, by the way. This is for the Paris Dome story that I'm writing. I was thinking about maybe the Paris Dome was also like having some sort of king game, but in a different way of like not like connecting, not like collecting flags, but they have some sort of combat which is like King of the Hill. Do you guys know that? The basically, I don't know if it's a children game or I think it's from some sort of TV series. Probably it's also a TV series with the same name, where they have to be in the highest spot on some sort of mountain, and the person who remains on the top of the mountain at the very end of the timer becomes the king of the hill, the king of the dome. So I was thinking maybe I could have like a King of the Hill kind of scenario in the Paris Dome, where they are like climbing on top of the what's the name? Eiffel Tower. Is that what it's called in English? Eiffel Tower? Yeah, the Eiffel Tower. I was thinking maybe they could have like a match, a scenario where to become the king you need to remain at the top of the Eiffel Tower until the very end of the timer, and only the person at the end at the top will become the king or something. But I need to get back to writing my Paris Dome story, because I'll give you a little leak for that as well. Paris Dome here. There's not much here to say. I just called it the fourth way to survive the apocalypse, the Paris Dome, because the D&D, the TTRPG thing, is going to be called the fourth way to survive the apocalypse, because Twissa ORV is 3 ways to survive in a ruined world, or 3 ways to survive in the apocalypse. So I decided, well, but our TTRPG thing is going to be different. It's not one of the 3 ways. It's not regressing, it's not reincarnating, and it's not whatever the 3rd way was. I think I forgot that. It's going to be a different 4th way. So you can have a twist for that. That's why it's the 4th way to survive the apocalypse. And every story that is connected to the TTRPG, but is like written in some way, it's called, has like the name of the 4th way to survive the apocalypse. And then what is named? There's the 4th way to survive the apocalypse, the Paris Dome, which is like a story about the Paris Dome, which is a direct neighbor dome to our Berlin Dome, where our like main scenario, where like our story is going to take place. There's going to be one that's called the 4th way to survive the apocalypse, Other Worlds, which is also going to be relevant in some way. And then there's going to be the 4th way to survive the apocalypse. Which one was it? Let me check. I have 3 in my head. The 4th way to survive the apocalypse, Another World. The 4th way to survive the apocalypse, just general, Paris Dome. Do I have it written down here? TTRPG. I don't have it written down. I think I just call it Disasters. Like, we have Paris Dome, we have Other World, and we have Disasters. And we have the main story of just 4th way to survive the apocalypse. You can guess what some of them will be about. And just to read like the first paragraph of this, I tried to write in the first perspective, which I never really do, and it's just like, Chapter 1, the first main scenario. My name is Leon. I'm just your ordinary guy. If nothing had happened, I would have continued to work as a chef for my entire life. But apparently the world had other plans for me. And, well, then the whole thing starts. I want to try writing more and more on that as well, but I need to find a time. Currently, I'm working a lot on creating videos for the other channel, but I want to get back to that because I really want to write that story, and I want to release things for you to read as well. So that is something that I want to work on. Yeah. Yeah, we have oaths. Fugitive's mask you have. Give it to me. This must be how the real Jungyuk looks. He's so good looking, the prophecy was true! Poor guy. Fugitive mask. That's a different item for us as well. Fugitive mask. It's like disguise kit. Yeah. It's a useful item one can use to change one's appearance. Let me just copy disguise kit. D&D. In a way. Like, I'm not going to copy it word by word, but like... basically, it's not a pouch, blah, 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 blah. It's just lets you create disguises that change your physical appearance. It's just that. Lets you create disguises that change your physical appearance. That's going to be, I think, an E grade. It's not that crazy. I'm going to price it at like 1.5 thousand. Unless Doctor says otherwise. It's good that it's such a useful item, since I had to keep acting like Dungyuk Yu to attend Knights of the Prophets. Come to think of it, I should learn more about these two just in case. What are your attributes? I'm sorry? What? An update? I don't buy it. He looks so weird here. This looks so uncanny valley to me. Oh look, he can look at this now. We have Berserker. That's a new personal attribute. Berserker, which is rare. We also have the Cursed Gladiator. I don't know the guy. We have Blade Proficiency. Blade. We have Blade Training, which I say is the same thing. I'm just going to write down Blade Proficiency here, so that I know we have it. We have Powerful Blow. Powerful Blow. We have Berserk. Sword Training and Novel. Yeah, I guess it's similar enough. Berserk and Memory Enhancement. Memory Enhancement is also here already. And he seems to have some more. Stigma, Vengeance comes from that. An Incarnation with above average stats and abilities. His supporting Constellation doesn't give him much support, but he's a capable warrior nonetheless. Had he been a little more patient, he could have become a disciple. Poor him. He's missing from the attribute winner just yesterday, but now he's one of the characters? This must be what it meant when it said my skill was updated. There's no need. Yes, sir. Okay. Berserk is easy. So this Berserker thing here grants access to the Berserk skill and grants 2 status points in probably strength, but his stamina is also high, so it's like it probably grants like either 2 in strength or stamina, something like that. Like you can choose between that or that, because like either you are a very tough berserker or like a very strong berserker in either strength or constitution. Berserk is just going to be rage D&D, which is a really good ability. So I can copy rage. If I put this in here, in the novel it's called light projection. What is which one is called light projection? Powerful blow? Which part from here? The attributes. Instead of which one? Berserker? Berserk? Memory and powerful. I'm lost here. Berserker. Why would Berserker be light projection? I mean, for me personally, it doesn't change that much because I'm just going to go with Berserk, but I don't understand. I feel like Berserker, but his constellation is the same. Because, like, it fits everything, like Berserker, Berserk, Powerful Blow, Gladiator, it all fits very well together. So I'm wondering, like, this looks weird. I guess Powerful Blow could just be Reckless Attack. Everything else is the same. Kind of odd. Like, in many ways. You can throw D&D equivalent, reckless, attack, rage. Cost. I mean, rage is at least going to cost you 3 spell points. And powerful blow, I guess, can be a 1 spell point thing because it also balances itself out by giving the enemy advantage. Trust you just this once. Oh, man. I wonder what he's up to. I hope he's doing fine. He looks so weird. Dogja, oh, I cannot do this. Shadow behind the curtains expresses gratitude. And then our disciples. But sir, what you said last night, you should have read to the end. Do you also know about the revelation by any chance? Of course I know it all too well. Could he be? Is Jung really coming tonight? He definitely is. Oh my god! Ninth is an idiot. Ah, yes, the good old group chat. Pay for it if you want to read it, you... pirate it? Pay for it if you want to read it, you bastards. So true, my king. Webtoons too. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. I want to check something. Read Omniscient reader. I want to go on an unofficial website pretty quick because we all know they exist. And I want to go to chapter 50. I want to see what an unofficial website wrote here. Damn, the quality on this website is bad compared to Webtoon. This is chapter 51, not 50. Right? No, this is still 50. Where is it? Where are we? Must be nice going after text files. Pay to read the novel, for God's sake, you bastards. And the webtoon. It's so crazy. This... Imagine you're a pirate website where you upload bullshit and then you literally keep in the line of saying, like, don't pirate things. Go to the webtoon and read officially. While you are literally doing the pirating. Holy sheesh. Sure. Okay. Here's the meeting. I wonder what we are going to get here for abilities. There were many characters here, but I don't remember how much Dogja analyzed them all. That part's not in the level. I mean, it's still fun, and I think it's in character with Dogja to say, don't pirate that shit, read it officially. Dogja seems like a guy who would not pirate. He doesn't seem like it. Hey, there's 761st. 761st. Third. It shouldn't even. Oh my god. I mean, he does look like Junghyuk, but he also does not look like Junghyuk. It looks so weird to see him. You know who he reminds me of when I look at that? He just said that they should Reddit alongside him. He looks kind of like Twilight from what's the word? Spy Family. He kind of reminds me in this panel here from Twilight. It's impressive how you fought against Asmodeus in your second regression. Yeah. Junghyuk, it seems like Junghyuk in the first and also second regression, like, is the first run called the 0th regression, or is the first run, because he starts at 0 and then comes the first regression and the second regression. But considering that he fought against Asmodeus, he must have gotten really far, even like in very early runs, because only like in the early runs, I don't remember. Did he always get help from Yusong? 0. First run is first regression. 0. Mixed information here. Also, welcome Drifted. I don't remember if he met Yusong every time, or if Yusong was in some just Yusong was there in the. Are we in the 4th? Is our story in the 4th regression? Yusong was there in the regression before we met Dogja. First regression means he regressed at least once. Yeah. First run is first regression. So, also as a flashback in the revelation. Always wanted to hear one about it from you personally. Damn, look at these guys. It's crazy. This is just a fan gathering for the novel, even though nobody here really liked it. Oh, this is the 3rd regression. Okay. So in the 2nd regression, he fought against Asmodeus and he got help from Yusong, which is probably why he got that far in the first place. I don't know if Yusong was there in the 1st regression, and I'm also not sure if Yusong was there in the 1st run. Not the 1st run, the 0th thing. He was pretty good in his early regressions too. The Steel Blade Lee. Oh my gosh, look at those muscles. I'm not Steel. Whatever it is that you're calling me. Look at him blushing over there. He's not the Steel Blade yet, but in the not so far future he will be. Is he Hilly? No. I'm the only one who's not famous because you're technically dead. Because you're technically dead. Like a farmer's market, imagine. It's one of the disasters. Twitter starts in the 3rd run, so it's not confirmed if Dogja knows either. I mean, they did say it. They heard about it in a flashback. I don't know if that much is also in a novel, but it's also questionable about how much they saw in the flashback. Also, welcome, Gabriel. Gabriel. Ooh, so they're getting fooled. They're getting fooled. Yeah, I mean, I know that. So young, you asshole, fooling them. Use that thing as a weapon. No. And here comes our next monster. We will get at least one more item and one more testing the excessive dialogue since the have stopped. We get at least one more item and we get one new monster. When Soo-young tricked several people into fucking dying. What reason did she have to do that, by the way? I don't remember if we ever really heard a reason, but there was a big reason for me why I really didn't like her in the beginning. Like, I still don't understand why she did some things here. Look at him, he's literally just getting obliterated. Found his third regression was bright red colored. So please don't let it be a major catastrophe. Here comes a small dragon. She always wants to limit the amount of people that has future information. Lesser dragon, Ignir, tier 5 fire dragon. So we can go into monsters and write it down. What is his name? Lesser dragon, Ignir. But technically the lesser dragon, it's more like lesser dragon and then its name. Because I think not every lesser dragon is called Ignir. And it's a tier 5 dragon. So it's a lesser fire dragon. Lesser fire dragon, comma, name. She and her apostles were enemies with the other Twister readers because the other Twister readers wanted to help the protagonist while Soo-young wanted to do her own shit. Soo-young was always a maniac. There's Ignir. Yusung? I mean, she's always Soo-young's first idea is always to kill. Whenever things are hard or when she notices something that could go bad, she's just like, what if we just kill it early? Here he comes. That's the first appearance of this asshole. She's Bass Girl. Maybe I have bad taste in women. I mean, I like Soo-young as well. She's also one of my favorite characters. And my personal waifu from Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Nothing here. There will be no adjustment to the difficulty, but it'd be no fun if you all died. So change the scenario a bit to the best of my abilities. Yippee! Enjoy the scenario. It's preparing to use Flame of Destruction. I mean, I can write this down as a note. What? Flame of Destruction. Attack. Hidden place piece has been activated. Oh, look at them. Yep, they're already going for each other. The classic. I mean, Doctor agrees with Soo-young here in a way. It's like, it's better to have less people who know about the future, because the more people know about the future, the more people can influence the future. And if too many people influence the future, the more the knowledge you have will become useless. Only 4 people can enter. Okay, everybody get on. Besides me, I will do it myself. Okay, This guy helped him out. What he was also like a schemer, I think. I think he was like a spy sent by Suyong, if I remember correctly. Wanted to wipe them out. I still feel bad about them. Most of the readers seemed like innocent people caught in the plot. That's true. They didn't, like, they were all excited to see Junghyuk because he's handsome. They were excited to see which is surprising to me. Like, they were excited to see Junghyuk, they were excited to see Hyunsong, which is like, you didn't even read 50 chapters. Why are you so excited to see these characters now? Are they only excited because they are good looking? Are they only excited because they are strong and might be able to protect them? It does not feel entirely genuine, their reactions, but they didn't seem like necessarily like bad people. Like, there's many people who start a story and drop it. Like, that's not something that I can say is like bad. During the flashback scene where he was beaten to a pulp, to be exact. Clearly because it was one of my favorite scenes, but the scene doesn't appear before episode 50. You forget that I have the Eye of the Sage. It's told in episode 57 to be exact. You are a disciple. Got me, Mr. Junghyuk. I'm the 1195 Renouncer. I'm the 5th among the disciples. Doji was in demon time during these arcs. He didn't give a fuck about these people because he could still kill people. And then the King of No Killing appeared. I mean, there are stories I'm enjoying and forgot about it forever after reaching current chapters. True, true, true. Also a way. Too many butterflies are bound to cause a storm. There's nothing too important. We can just scroll by. Glad you have the lie detection skill. Yep, lie detection is a very useful skill. Damn, I need to put most of these skills also in the shop. I forgot about them, that most of the skills are also available in the shop, if not all the skills are available for some price. Here comes the next Flame of Destruction. Reduced in the next turn. I mean, more and more people die, so even if the number gets reduced, it shouldn't be that bad. Blue Ice Pills. Tier 7 elementals that appear in the western area. Blue Ice Pills. That's a new item. Blue Ice Pills. Rare medicine can be obtained by hunting tier 7 elementals that appear in the western area. I mean, they didn't really get mentioned, but I guess I can write down like ice elemental, tier 7 type elemental. It kinda is confirmed, like they need to hunt some sort of tier 7 elemental to get the blue ice pill. If it's like an ice pill, it would make sense that it gets dropped by an ice elemental. Uses calm observation to find out about not sweating and his stats. So user exude ice energy for the next 30 minutes. Okay. It's if it's a tier 7, I have something written down from the tier 7 monsters. Where is it? Is Ichthyosaur not also tier 7? Ichthyosaur is also tier 7. So Ichthyosaur necklace is 25k. So it is also a B grade item, but I think it's more likely that this is a C grade item, because dragons are stronger than elementals. It's actually, I have elementals as like more valuable than dragons here. Why? Demon, demon, demon. Where's demon? Fiend, 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 fiend. Okay, fiends are the most valuable together with celestials. I guess I made elementals more valuable than dragons because I like elementals and I am an elemental. So let's just say this is also B grade. And also costs 25,000, which it 100% does not do. There's no way it costs that much. It's a C grade. It's a C grade that costs only like 7.5 thousand. After consumption, you are granted an icy aura for the next 30 minutes, giving you resistance against fire damage, and also like gives your attacks like ice property, I think. I love that Suyong sent them here because Suyong doesn't care if they die as well. They are also just like cannon fodder for her. Just as the prophecies foretold, but you should think again. You should have fallen under our control by now. Kid with the weird powers and one of the 10 evils. Different from the prophecies, but you have yourself a pretty good team. Nothing new. He's just taunting Dogja. What number renouncer is he? Our king doesn't like being called a renouncer. He is the only prophet to have read all of the prophecy. He knows all about your past and your future. What? Sejunga, what are you doing? You should enter the hidden piece. It's forgotten what my stigma is. There's another person who read the novel to the end. What are you doing? Come back. I'm not afraid of dying. I can just start over again. As if. I wonder if it'll be the same. You're just an anomaly in my current regression. But what about in the next one? Will you perish with the world or not? Here comes the destruction. Okay, Dogja captures it. Oh, and this is, I remember, this is how he got the King of No Killing ability, right? Because he needed to become a king to get the revive ability. King of Arrogance and Hypocrisy, Solitary King, King of No Killing. Damn. King of No Killing. Look at them all just getting burned to crispy pieces. Dogja! Enforced armor to just decrease drastically. It's been broken. You have died. I remember this cliffhanger. The skill King of No Killing is taking effect. I think I ended reading at this chapter when I was reading through the story the first time. If I remember correctly. Do we have everything written down? Blue ice pills are written down here. The monsters, well, the stats for the monsters are not made. I also need to completely think about how they are going to work. Personal skills are made, personal attribute is made, so we did everything that we can at the moment. There he is. He's inside of the fourth wall for now. Conflicting personal skill. Whoa. Okay, he sees what's going on here from a third-person view. I still wonder what there is to Pillu. he does not, I mean, he is like the evil landlord archetype, but he doesn't seem like a bad person, because Dogja did order him to do something, but he still is like, he even when the people say it, he doesn't really feel like leaving behind Gil-yong, Sanga, and so on. So we never really learned his backstory, and I don't think we ever will. But I wonder if he maybe has some sort of kid himself, or maybe, considering his age, his kid would already be at least in high school, or maybe his kid would already be done with school and left home or something, and Gil-yong reminds him of his little child, like when he was younger. Something like that. I don't know, but I don't think we will ever get an answer. You are a major landowner in Chungmoro. Just as much as anyone. Not everybody owns an land. Landlord attribute. There are many other landowners in the coalition. Expensive and desired by many. See what's going on in Chungmoro. Oh. There's the warning signal that they prepared. There come the ground rats. Yep, they are pretty good at defending. Tower defense with Pildu? Always going good. Loot of Hamelin wasn't enough to do the job. Remember these guys? Remember these guys? Number 4 looks still so cool. Number 3 also has a pretty cool design. I don't care about this guy. And this must be Suyong if I remember correct. I'm not sure if the 1 was a fake out and 4 is Suyong's. It was something like that. 1 could also be Suyong. Subterraneans wouldn't have been enough. Flute of Hamelin must be an item. Which is obvious. Flute... Flute of Hamelin. Technically, the Flute of Hamelin... Give me a second. That would technically be a Constellation artifact. It would technically be a Constellation artifact. And the price for Constellation artifacts is always like not really there. So it would be like you have to get it from like a quest or something. Requirement quests. Here's a dash. I'm just calling it Constellation quest. A flute of a flute of a constellation that allows you to control red monsters. I mean, if it's, I guess that's what it does. It doesn't only do that as well. Like, what's the Flute of Hamelin? It also allows you to, like, because I remember them playing it and the children followed. Flute of Hamelin effects. Yeah, let's read what it does in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ah, okay. Select one monster in your graveyard that was sent to the graveyard this turn. Both players must send all of their cards from the decks and hands and decks with the same name as to the graveyard. Person who is able to charm or lure others through the use of their skills or abilities. A Flute of Constellation that allows you to charm... other creatures. Tier 8 and below monsters cannot withstand the tune of the flute. Higher tier monsters must pass wisdom saving throw or be charmed. I think that works. I think that's fine. So humans always must pass. Monsters tier 8 and 9 are instantly controlled, which is already quite powerful for an Constellation artifact that can be obtained quite early. Always the samurai bread. Armed lord and a naval commander have joined hands. 5th, 6th, and 8th, 8th, and the ninth. If I wasn't Twister, I would want a fairy constellation. What kind of fairy? Like, there's many fairies, right? Hey, she's nothing on land. They have the Flute of Harmony as well as Mana Nullifying Shields. Mana Nullifying Shields. Must be also items, because it doesn't sound like... Would you say it's... How do you write that, man? Nullifying Shields. Is that an item or is that an ability? Like a Fae Spirit Goddess. So... Like, I'm trying to think of Faes right now in my head. Like, there's this... There's, from Arthurian legends, the Lady of the Lake somehow feels like a Fae. There's also, like, other smaller Fae creatures. Technically, if we go with D&D classifications, I think some people from Greek, like, wouldn't Chiron also be a Fae? Chiron, Greek. Isn't he... Chiron was a... Yeah, that's like this guy. I wasn't thinking about Chiron, by the way. I was thinking about somebody else. I was thinking about the satyr guy from Hercules, I think. What was his name? Was it Chiron? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. These are D-grade items, which cost 2.5k. Don't have any requirements. Oberon and Titania. Yeah, there as well. Yeah, that's also famous fairies. Mana Nullifying Shields. Shields. Magical barriers that got filled with the mana of the creator. Depending on their quality, they can block different amounts of damage for you. And then, what if I say D2 SSS rank? D can block you, can block 15 DR, has 15 DR. C has 30 DR. B has 15 plus 20, 50 DR. C has 20, has 75 DR. B has 100 DR. A has 125 DR. S has 150 DR. SS has 200 DR. SSS has 250 DR. Now I need to separate it. 2.5. Then, if it's always the lowest, it would be 2.5, 5,000, 25,000, 50,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, 2.5 million. I just need to set the dots. Okay. Please go down. Okay. I mean, it works. It just gives me more items. These guys have such cool designs, which I love about Omniscient Reader. Like, now I know that they are not important. I really thought they might be like our main antagonistic group as the way of like, as the way that they can basically, like attempt to work against Dogja and also have knowledge about the world and these kind of things. But that never really happened. I mean, I can write them down. It would also need to be in monsters, I think. That's why I wrote them down. Oberon, Titania. You can also check them while we're at it. Oberon. Would you be in, like, Arthurian, I think? You guys also said... In a second, I need to open up my my Constellation sheet, because it's no secret that I have Constellations made, and considering that we are in a European campaign, it's no secret for you guys that I have a place for Arthurian legends, which is the Avalon Nebula. So they would be in Avalon. Nebula. I don't know. I don't know. Saint George. Where the frick? You guys are in Avalon. 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 You would probably both be... Would you be historical still? It's difficult to imagine. Like, they could be like very low fable, but I feel like they are still in historical. Like, they are well known to a degree, but they are not that well known. I guess Saint George would be probably in some sort of general European... Yeah, I'm probably just going to throw him into the Teutonic. Yeah, I'm just going to throw him into the Teutonic. Should at least be Fable since he's the king of Fae. That is true. But if you are like, even if you are like a creator deity, but nobody knows about you, wouldn't you still be... Then you wouldn't even be a constellation if there's no stories about you being told. I can see that Oberon would be Fable and Titania would be probably historical, but like upper limit historical. But like Titania, the main Titania I know about is from Fairy Tail Urza, which says a lot that this is like the main object I have to. And I think my main connection to Oberon is through Seven Deadly Sins. So that says a lot about these things already. Yep, they're already much stronger. Mana bullets of mass destruction. Don't confine it to just Earth popularity. Their story could have been spread in other planets. That's true, that's true, that's true. You can take some creative liberty in that way. Mana bullets of mass destruction. That's such a over-the-top name. They're basically mana bombs. These mana bombs I also see like as a let's say as a C grade weapon. Let's say this one costs like 6,000. There's not really a requirement. She was fuddling, like she was filling it with mana, right? I think. To activate the mana bullets of mass destruction, you need to spend 1 spell point. Then you throw it at a target as a AoE bomb attack, dealing C. F was 1, E was 2, D was 3, 4. Dealing 4d10 force damage. Or half as much on a successful dexterity save. You write successful like that? I think. They're also not that effective against humans and more effective against monsters and more effective against humans. Why? Poor G here. I wonder if she has a scar because of that on her back. We don't ever see things like that. I guess that's something that I can think now about Omniscient Reader. I feel like they should have more scars. But it's also like a fantastical system with all kinds of healing things so that maybe they can just heal away these wounds without getting scars. But I feel like it would add something if we saw that they have some sort of scarring in some places. What is that sickle? The King of Disciples. Oh, that's a flag. That's not a sickle. That's... I think I made the same mistake. That's the flag. Number 4 looks so freaking cool, man. I wish number 4 and number 3 stayed there for us longer. It would have been interesting. And this guy is a complete... Like, he's the... I don't know what number of Renouncer, if that is. It could be 3, but then what would he be? Because this is 3. He is 4? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. He must be 6. Yeah, it's VI. It could be VII. It's like 6, 7, or 8. Dude, this guy is so horrible. 7, yeah, VII. She like a throwaway fake heroine or something. immersion, not the immersion. I remember that, yep, he took over Junghyuk's body here, if I remember correctly. Oh no, he got decapitated. I am Junghyuk Yu. That's basically Dokja's catchphrase. Some would say that Dokja's catchphrase is actually, it's reading time. But it's actually, I am Junghyuk Yu. All of you will die. It's reading time, everybody. Funny thing, that wasn't even Dokja. Here Dokja revives. What do you mean that wasn't Dokja? I'm pretty sure that for a moment Dokja took over the body. I mean, the thoughts are obviously from Dokja, that he is thinking while being inside of. He was just spectating. I mean, he went from third person spectating to spectating from inside Junghyuk, but I mean, in the novel it might have been clearer, but in here, in the webtoon, it's not really clear if he's spectating inside of Junghyuk's body or if he is actually has taken over Junghyuk's body for some time. But if that's what you're saying, it's definitely Junghyuk and he's experienced its POV. At the point he couldn't take control of the body, just watch in first person. I was in Shungmoro in Junghyuk Yu's perspective. How did I become Junghyuk Yu? I mean, he says in perspective, but he also says like become Junghyuk Yu. Yeah, I am. I guess just like more spectating. Resuscitation skill? I mean, I already wrote that down as a skill, but it doesn't matter. King of No Killing. Despite its name, it grants you immortality. Its special ability is Resurrection. Created and your physique have been enhanced. Your stamina and mana have each increased by 1. Oh, poor guy. They really care for Dokja, which is so nice. Poncho, raincoat, maybe a soldier, but I don't. Oh. He's taking his pants off. No, never mind. Even more than my clothes, I need my items. Unbreakable faith and my flag. Ah. Brother is really literally inside his crush. His role model. I would not say crush. I know that people like to ship them, but I am a defender of the side that not everything is sexual, and he saw Junghyuk as some sort of younger, older brother, or also like role model at some time, and there was nothing sexual. But I get Fujoshi's go all out, do it, enjoy it, but not everything needs to be sexual. It's like, no, look, Hui won't even care so much about him. And it's like, huh? Staring at your black dragon. He's just super obsessed with him. Yeah, like many people care about their favorite characters. True, it's just funny to joke about because ODL. I get it. To a degree. Can't help it, it burns everything except scenario items and artifacts. I didn't look, don't worry. That should be the least of our worries right now. Thank you, Huyuan. I put this on for now. Both army generals are a little disappointed. Why? Because Huyuan didn't look at Dokja's Black Dragon? Okay, there's the blue ice pills. I hate this guy so much. I'm so satisfied with what happened to him. Exactly 5 of them in 3 are be able to damage. Kill it before its next AoE attack. Mountain Crush but lacks agility. Huron is agile but doesn't have enough strength. You got more mana. Your soul resonates with the world. Your attack gains an additional 40% ice property. Okay, that's also something here. You are granted an icy aura for 30 minutes, giving you resistance against fire damage, and increases and adds 40%. What would it be? It's the C grade item. F is 1, E is 2, D is 3, which is 4. It could, let's say it's 4d4 cold damage to your attacks. It can be like an additional 16 damage, or like if it's vulnerable to 32, I guess. You've experienced first-person main character point of view. You can now obtain a skill of a character you were immersed in. Character I was immersed in? Does it mean that I can learn one of Jungkook's skills? Cold resistance, fire resistance, light detection. Damn it, I knew it! There's no way they let me have Tiger God Aura or Skybreaker. Yep, he needs to pick fire resistance. By the way, that's skills that we need to write down. Which we already knew that they existed, but we're just going to... I said I'm going to put them off later. Cold resistance... That's... Wait, not here. That's the wrong tab. It needs to be in personal skills. Cold resistance. Fire resistance. And basically every other resistance for every other damage type. So I need to look up D&D damage types. Give me a second. We have... I'm going to sort them by alphabet. Acid resistance. We have bludgeoning, cold, bludgeoning resistance, cold resistance, fire resistance, force resistance, lightning resistance, necrotic piercing, necrotic resistance, piercing resistance, poison psychic, poison resistance, psychic resistance, what was it? Radiant slashing, radiant resistance, slashing resistance, and the last one was thunder resistance. That's all. Now I'm sorting them alphabetically just for convenience sake. By the way, even though they're called resistance, I don't think that they should grant the resistance ability like in D&D, because resistance in D&D is immediately halving the damage. So I would probably say that this is like for every level in this skill. Thunder, yes, but no. Thunder is more like sound. Let me rename it because I thought about it as well. It's more sound resistance, because lightning is like the thing that actually strikes down on Earth, while thunder is only the sound. And in D&D, sound damage is called thunder damage. For every level in the skill, acid damage gets reduced by 1. And then I'm going to copy these in... Oops. Copy these in every single slot and change the names. Come on, why does it move me down? I don't get it. bludgeoning. Cold. Fire. Force. Lightning. Necrotic. Piercing. Poison. Psychic. Radiant. Space. Flashing. Sound. Passive. These are all passive. Whippy. Okay. He's reading. Cold resistance. He's getting cold resistance because he can eat a lot of cold pills. Probability damage to blue ice pills have increased due to the stacked effects. Your attacks gain an additional 200 ice percent, heart stopping chill overcomes. Okay, let me think about that as well. He's eating. We can see him eat 4 here, but we know that he has 2 from them. He gets 2 from these, which is like, he has at least 4. If he also has like 1 himself, which would be 5. We know that 1 gave him 40% damage increase, cold damage, and he ate 5, which is the 200. So did he get 200% because he ate 5 pills, and 40 times 5 is 200? Or did he get 200% ice property damage from eating those things, and then 200% more because he ate so many? I think he just got 200. His ice resistance is already level 5. I like that they already changed cold resistance to ice resistance in the same chapter. Five times 40, I think. The Stigma Sword Song. Divine Being appeared at night and said, "You will win if you do this, but you will win if you do that." Weak points. Shoo! We already got a lot of information out of just these first 4 chapters, man. Next chapter. 55. Wee woo, wee woo woo. Nope, you're not going to die. There's at least 200 chapters left for you to go through. I'm the only one who continued to have read the novel over the past 10 years. First, you have first blood on the minor catastrophe Lesser Dragon Ignir. Chief of the Soul Branch Dokkaebi Baram. Request to review the plausibility of regressor Jung-York-Yu. We haven't really seen much about Baram in our scenarios. Like, he is the chief of the Soul Branch. But I don't remember seeing him all that much besides this. So they know that he is a regressor. Which is interesting, because that is something that I questioned a lot. They know that he's a regressor, but I wonder how... I still wonder how this whole thing works. I talked with Byung once in a while. We saw him during the 10th scenario. It's from Aooni in Japan. skills from the beginning. He also has classified information that is censored automatically. And because of his active sage skill, there even was information that we had to receive help from the higher ups to access. Oh, my neck. Ugh. Oof. You got a tier 5 Fire Dragon Nucleus. Where is it? Freaking hell, where's the Nucleus, man? Nucleus. Archdemon's Gaze, Dinosaur, Encyclopedia. Where the frick is the Nucleus? How far up? Oh, we're in the personal skills. No wonder I don't find it. Nucleus here. That's from a tier 7. So a tier 5. So let's say a tier 7 is B tier. A tier 5 should, like, tier 6 would still be B tier, but like upper end B tier. So 5 would be lower end A tier. 4 would be higher end A tier. 3 would be lower end S tier. 2 would be higher end S tier. And 1 would be like middle tier SS or something like that. So considering this, it's a tier 5 Fire Dragon Nucleus is an A grade item. I'm going to copy Dragon type essence that can be used in crafting. No requirement. It's an A tier lower one, so it's going to cost you 50,000 coins. Look at all these guys. Wuxia Prince who rips off arms. Like, these are Webtoon references, right? Waiting for Tuesday night. I'm still not sure if there's a reference because Webtoon releases on Tuesdays. And I'm also not sure if Wuxia Prince must be a wasn't it like a nano, what was nano machine reference or something like that? Oh, she really worries about him. She likes him. Too bad, Huiwon. Dogja only likes Chinese dresses. Everyone in their lives is safe. I can't kill anything that is the same species as I am. As soon as I do, I will be removed from position of king. For your information, I've never killed anyone up to this point. This is so wrong, right? I remember having the whole discussion about this when I reached that point in the story the first time, but there is 0% chance that Dokja has never killed anyone in this story so far. Dokja has killed many people. The only thing is, like, probably Dokja's argument, well, I haven't really killed them. They died because of blood loss after I cut their arm off. Like we're in some kind of fantasy novel. Most of the items, yep. And he gets the new text file. Poor Dokkaebi Byung. Wait, I wonder if you guys saw that. I need to search that out. I think most of them were killed off by Huiwan. saw it on Twitter, man. Can I find it? Can I find it? Give me a second. I wonder if I can find it really quick. Because I saw a funny Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint artwork on Twitter. I don't know if I don't know if I liked it. I think I liked it. Likes. That's a butt. That's some thighs. That's some music. That's an animation. That's a video. That's. I don't think that I liked it. Can I find it? If I search. Search function. Omniscient Reader. Media. I don't think that I can find it really quick. Anyways, if I have to describe it to you, because I can't find it right now, it was a drawing of Byung, a very nice artwork of Byung, and we know exactly how the whole thing happened, that Byung and Dogja got together and created BU. Byung probably wore the Chinese dress. The fan art that I saw was Byung wearing the Chinese dress that Dogja really liked. Yep, that was the fan art. I feel like that is very true. Byung probably wore the Chinese dress when those things happened. Very yippee. I just remember one of the reasons Dogja got the King of No Killing is that he had who and kill people for him when needed, which is a bit fucked up. It really changed with time. You gain the favor of the Immuntar in the future. You have received protection symbol of the Immuntar for defeating a minor catastrophe for the first time. Remember the Immuntar? Yeah, he was always an asshole. There they are back, and now they need to attack a station. Aren't they? The disciples? All beheaded? I would like going to stay a bit longer around. Yeah, I understand that. He and the insect lady. The insect lady is still under control of Gilyong, right? She should be still around. I wonder where are they? What are they doing? I mean, we haven't seen Gilyong and we haven't focused on Gilyong in a while, so Gilyong probably still has her, but we just are not Gilyong focused on the story at the moment. Neon looking question. Got destroyed by 41st Yu Song. Oh. Oh. Everything happens simultaneously all over the places. Wait, I'm still naked. Songo, give me your pants. Your pants too? Just slept it once and fucking died. I don't remember that for some reason. Yep, duplicates. Avatar skill. Only a few people who can use the avatar skill in Twista. I'm going to write it down nonetheless. Avatar. It's going to cost you 10 spell points. You can create a copy of yourself or an alternate body. Perfect. You can multiply. You can create a copy of yourself or an alternate body that you can move around like it was your real body. I mean, that's basically what it does. Stressful enough to cause dissociative. Yep. By any chance, an offer? What will you do for memories percent requirement? And 1% of your memory. What? Yeah, that's a question about the memory thing. What could it be? The more memory she commits. But what would memory be? I mean, we can always... The thing is, it would... Like, memories being lost, if we actually do memories, would require the person who has the avatar skill. If it's an NPC, I can easily make it just be memories. Like, if for an NPC, I can easily make memories, like, make it work the exact same way as for Suyong. But if a player gets this ability somehow, then I need to think about something, because I don't want to force them to get too deep into roleplay if they don't want to. So one idea would be that they have to... I mean, we could say that they could also give up skills or stats, make it temporarily lose skills, maybe. Yeah. Temporarily is also a thing. Like, technically, until they would lose the thing until they return together with the avatar. And if the avatar dies, they will not gain back those abilities. So it could be either like stats or skills. I think something like that. I think it would be funny if they split memories by 50% of the clone and the clone becomes an NPC. That would be a story twist. Can use skills or stats to further enhance the power of the avatars. I don't know why I wrote it there. It just needs to be here. One of the few job classes, if he indeed is an offer. The many miracles you perform makes me sense. Are you by any chance an offer? By the way, this also means offer. I don't know which rank it is. Grants access to the avatar skill and grants X status points in either I need to open the ORV thing. I always forget. Wait, I should have it just somewhere. In either dexterity, wisdom, intelligence, charisma, or magic power. Could also be constitution. Constitution. Basically in almost everything. Gets amnesia. But I don't know. I think we remember. Wait, what was her name? Let me just check it. Akira ORV. Wasn't her name Akira? Akira ORV offer. Japanese offer. ORV. Jap Tokyo Dome. Asuka. Asuka, not Akira. He was an offer, right? Kendo, creator of Peaceland. She was a mangaka. Yeah. I was careful. I was quite careful. She was a mangaka, so she was not an author. I'm not going to write down mangaka, so we don't know. We still have never seen Suyong's thing. But an author, if mangaka is rare, then offer also needs to be rare. Maybe the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint offer is actually like, well, if mangakas are rare, that means authors are at least hero. I can totally see that. It's like, manga is rare, authors are hero. I can totally see that. I can totally see that kind of thing. Okay. You mean a creator of the revelation? You got me. You're right. I was the one who wrote the revelation. She believes it's true. Avatar skill seems OP as fuck in D&D settings, since it can gain stats, level up, and you can recombine. But it could also lose things if the avatar dies. I mean, it can level up stats, but like actual level ups it wouldn't be able. But it could help you in farming coins, leveling up stats, leveling up skills, gaining new skills. So it is quite strong. It is quite a strong ability. But it would always come with the chance that if you say create 5 different avatars and tell them, go out there and train and come back after a week to me so that I can absorb you to regain the power. If they die, you lose whatever you invested in them. If you just used 10 spell points to create them, you wouldn't lose anything because you recover those spell points. But if you gave them stats or skill points extra, then those things would be like a risky investment. Epic tale foretelling what is to come in the future. It's partially true. You also profit. Didn't you say that you wrote the revelation and you don't know? It's no fun being an omnipotent creator. It's definitely not the author of Twissa. Look at that dipshit. It'll recognize me, it's only reader. But this is quite interesting. So the Moonbin would be the last disciple. I didn't know there was someone like you still around. Oh, he's talking about Dogja's mom. I didn't catch that in the first read through, I think. That Soo-young was talking about Dogja's mom here. But much more than you at that. No more than I. Wait, are you... Could he be that guy? To my knowledge, there are no text copies of Twissa because it's not popular enough. But if the person in front of me is indeed him, it makes perfect sense that he has the files. And also that he knows a lot about Twissa. Is it fun to plagiarize other people's works? What? Didn't know you'd be still doing this. A revelation? Why do you keep doing this? It still eats me up inside thinking about the things the real creator had to go for because of you. Know the entire revelation. Only I can lead you to the end of the road, you talk. 46 scenario on your own. Heard that before. Planning to go up against the likes of Anna Croft or Sarah Fustra. Remember that name? I mean, I don't really remember that name because it's still not relevant. So I'm wondering when that freaking will ever come up again. Or if Sarah Fustra will not even appear in the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint storyline. But he's dangerous. Not only has he impersonated you, he also watched the future events. I'm different! One calls himself a prophet, and the other calls himself a revelator. If you really know the future, tell me this. Will I end up killing him here now or not? Of course you kill him. That's what you're meant to do. Kill him then. Look, it's so disgusting seeing these parts splash away. Chose to spare me. Paid back my debt. I'm not taking your flag as my last favor to you. To go towards Jungu and compete in the scenario. Your goal is to get the black flag by completing the king's path, isn't it? Help. Maybe it'll be faster if I just took your flag now. I'd love to see you try. Which will be faster, your sword or my tongue? Good reason to be heading up north, don't you? Don't tell me you're going to abandon your family this time. Why, you little... He's leaving behind missing in action. Not Mia. Come on. You know, a novel called SSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSS I mean, kind of true, right? That's her whole character. Great infinite regressor. It's even ranked number 1 once. Mentioned it, I remembered. It's a mishmash of many different novels. Although then again, still a good read though. If they read Twister, they must know quite a lot about the web novels. Back then, when Twister was still being serialized, it came across the novel of the list of popular works. Psychopath regressor who's stuck in an infinite regression. Transcendental beings called Constellations support humans. Streaming system. A game of survival against the odds. First disciple is the author of the novel. What? Finer details on how they were put together. I have to comment right away. Isn't this plagiarized 3 ways to survive the apocalypse? And her inbox flooded with hate comments. Well, all the novels have the same setting these days anyways. Cut it out, what the hell do you know? 3 ways to what? That novel sounds so lame. Because he copied Twister that he partially knew what events would unfold. Only plagiarized the beginning, so that he could deny it later when someone accused him of doing so. So he should run out of intel as time passes. I wonder how far Soo-young actually downloaded the chapters. She must have gone further than obviously chapter 50, but there's always like this question mark for us. Because remember that characters that... But it's weird, it's weird. This is a weird aspect of the story that I now am thinking about. She reached chapter 99. That's a weird part that I think about. Because there was the idea of like, we remember that these 2 guys turned into characters in the story. Basically in a way of like, when they surpassed the point of the story where they read up to in Twister, they kind of turned into characters, right? But that makes me question. Will it happen to Soo-young? Probably not, because she's the author of this entire thing anyways. And also, will they turn into characters only after the amount of chapters that they read? But that was Dr. Theorized at least. But that theory kind of gets like disproven quite quickly if we just think that Sang-ah and Gil-young never read the novel. And they are not turned into characters. So that's like a big stone in the way of like that theory being true. After episode 100, he says. Maybe Dogja just because like True. Maybe if we think about the fact that Dogja says he reads on the official website, paid to read the story, he reads on the official website. Maybe maybe Sooyoung just read on a pirate website, or didn't didn't read, but only like downloaded a chapter through some other way. Oh my god, he's plagiarizing the plagiarized work. I don't think she did, because Twizza was a free novel anyway. Maybe she used the VPN, and that's why her visits on the novel didn't count as reads. To remember a plagiarized novel, we know the story to the original. The people plan their moves according to the earlier chapters. Twizza are the fake author who plagiarized Twizza and the person who is exploiting their profits. Elaborate on the novel's earlier plot and add some information about some items. Items that could lure the fake author and the Tyrant King. Good old smart boy. Writing could be this hard. I have nothing but respect for authors now. A writer's block. It's not like we're actually writing a novel. All we need is to add the information that can lure them out. Change the characters around a bit. There's something that concerns me. More enough to shock people like Hyunsung or Jihye. They found sooner or later this was part of a novel, but it doesn't have to be now. Way too much for only reading 100 chapters. Yeah. Which is like the whole idea of me that she is really the author in some way. But she has memories of the things that are happening. But she, we know that there is this, still this mystery, or like this plot point, that Sooyoung created an avatar with too much memory. And that avatar could somewhat like self-conscious and never return to her, right? So my theory in that way is that Sooyoung is the author of Twizza, and the avatar that got created has the memories that she is the author. But she still has the memories of like the story in her head. Not everything, but some, like a lot of the story. And this author memory, Sooyoung, is somewhere out there we're going to see much later in the story. And maybe she's going to combine with Sooyoung for some power boost and also like plot reveal, lore drop, and everything else. And also the whole what did I want to say? Yeah, basically Sooyoung is author got split off. Yeah, that's about it. So she wrote 2 novels. She would never stop rubbing it in Dogja's face, which seems very likely. So she wrote 2 novels. I think there is this depends on like time loop things, in a way of like, okay, maybe this is a very complicated kind of thing. Just imagining of like, okay, there is this Sooyoung that is the author of Twizza and wrote it, and then that Sooyoung that wrote Twizza is like the Sooyoung that lived through the scenarios together with Dogja, or like maybe a Sooyoung that lived through the scenarios. And okay, let me try to formulate it in a way that makes sense. Maybe there are multiple Sooyoungs. Because she has the avatar skill to separate herself into different avatars that can do different things, can memories, and can even separate completely from each other. So what if there's a timeline where Sooyoung lived through the scenarios as Sooyoung, and she lived through it entirely and wrote a story. She was like, she was not really like Junghyuk's partner to go through everything, but she saw like Junghyuk's story through the scenarios and accompanied in a way or something. Or she didn't even see Junghyuk and went through the scenarios by herself. And after going through all of the scenarios, she was like, damn, I need to make the story and spread it so that I, as a constellation, which I became, can earn more and more coins. So she wrote Twizza. And Twissa got published as a novel for people to read. And but because she wants to earn more coins, I don't know, I'm babbling. Because she wants to earn more coins, she separated into different avatars. And one avatar that didn't have the memories of having written Twissa maybe started to plagiarize Twissa. and she plagiarized on herself. And now there's like different parts. There's like the Suyong that we know, which is the author of SSSSSS guy, and somewhere there's the Suyong out there that wrote the story of like Twissa, and maybe there's something else out there. she wrote 2 novels. Yes. It's just, this is completely random and it doesn't make sense in any way. It's timeline, it's time loop. It's also like, but if she created that, then if she only wrote the plagiarized work because she wrote the other thing, but she only wrote that story and only gave it to dogs, yeah, like there's a lot of like paradox kind of things, which is weird. She hates Junghyuk so much it's difficult to see her letting him be the protagonist. She's jealous of Dogja's attention. I mean, maybe it's like an what's called? The truth is just as complicated. What's called? Unterbewusst, English. Like a subconscious kind of thing, Gabriel. Like imagine you wrote the story, but the memory of you writing that story is not in your brain anymore. But maybe you didn't like Junghyuk as a character. You wrote him as the protagonist, but the memory of you writing him is not in your brain anymore. Only the concept that you disliked him because he was not like the kind of character that you enjoy. So it would make sense that you can hate him even if you wrote the story about in the past, because the memory of you writing it and him being your baby kind of is not there anymore. but I don't know, man. Were real people and they're just fictional characters from a novel? When did the real world end and the world of the novel begin? Since the first start of the first scenario, perhaps. Then are they real people or just characters? Because he can now see their stats. I wish I could see his stats, man. Why are they cut off? We know some of them, but not all of them. Able to browse their character information. If all the people turn to characters with the passing of time. It's nothing. I got it, sir. Good. It wouldn't have lasted long if it was serialized. But that doesn't matter right now. Good old internet connection. Good old Il-hoon Kang. He's still alive. But there's nothing here for us. Our princess is indeed in another castle. Guess you might end up a slave, Dogja. He's talking about the Tyrant King. They say he takes any beautiful man and woman as his concubine while killing or making slaves of all the ugly people. I guess you might end up a slave, Dogja. The same could be said about you, Huyuan. I wouldn't want to be a concubine. What if you just go kill him? It'll be hard since he has a powerful supporting constellation. What's wrong with her? Killing or making slaves of the ugly people. She's just bashing on Dogja. This is the point where they got really close to each other. She saw him die, cried for his death, and it's like, oh, you can revive. Like, this this Dogja first death moment fleshed Dogja and Huiwon much closer together. Huiwon also being one of the few characters that Dogja told that he knows the future. If not the only character. Is there anything important? The auction house seems to be usable. Because if people can buy things from the auction house. So is the auction house the place that Constellations normally can buy things off from? Not Constellations, Incarnations? Because the Dokebi shop seems to be for Constellations and Dogja. And the auction house might be where the Incarnations can go to. But it will not be for like that for us. But it's interesting to see like the different shop places. Conman attribute. Chat filters have been partially lifted as well. Incarnation to gifted their Constellation the file. But wouldn't it make things difficult for you to spread the intel that only you know about? No, I want checks must. Just give me my earnings. So 16 copies. Guys, this is an item. Revelation. Revelation. S. How many S's? 6. S. Infinite regressor. Each one of them costs 1,000 coins. So they're technically just E-grade items. What would the description for them to be? Revelations containing information about the future of the world. I mean, if a German person were to buy this book, like because our story plays in the Berlin Dome, if a German person or like somebody in the Berlin Dome were to buy the revelation of the like 6-tuple S infinite regressor, they would be immensely disappointed because it only contains information about the Soul Dome. I want that one of our characters, like one of the players, goes through the shop, looks at different items, and just finds the freaking thing, and it's like, why is this shit written in Hangul? I can't read it. And then they buy like a freaking like they get the interpretation skill or some other thing, or pay to get it translated into German or English, and they're like they first pay 1,000 coins to get it, and then they're like, this shit is in Korean, I cannot read it. So they then buy something to be able to read it, so invest even more money into it, and then they're like, this whole thing is only about the Soul Dome. I wasted so many coins. Freaking hell. Look at Sangha. Sangha wants to put his blanket over him. Good wifey. Level 1, straight to the face, gives you information. Level 2, can read thoughts. Level 3, outer body experience. Man, I still wonder if we will ever see him again. Just like we saw Namun in Hell, I wonder if we somehow see him again as some sort of demon, maybe. Thinking about each other. So that's the Tyrant King. I really love his design. It's so cool. It has like this Roman aspect to it. Guanghamu. And skills we get is from King of Beauty. It seems like it must be in a while. Or is that actually soon? It feels so far away. There's the different kings. And here, this group is from the King of Beauty. I think he said, Mommy. Mommy? I guess I'm worried about my mom. No, he was talking about you, Hui Won. Fighting in the middle at Guang Kwa Moon. 58. Oh, look at them traveling. No, we're not getting anything. Why are you in your underwear? Quit unless you're going to give me your pants. Look at all these guys. There may still be more powerful spirits there. He isn't Korean. He's not Korean? What an idiot. Would be a shrine of one of China's greatest generals in the middle of the city. I'm thinking what I did with the great monk Samyong will work here. Let's try showing our respects. This shrine has been abandoned for a while now. The Constellation who wields a crescent blade is delighted by your visits. Constellation who wields a crescent blade has revealed his nickname. Lord of the Beautiful Beard has given you a blessing. Increase your stamina and strength by 5 for the next 24 hours. Is there really no dead guy around he could get pants from? Nah, I think he actually secretly likes it. Beautiful beard, by the way. Let me look at the Dynasty Warrior characters. I want. Was it Liu Bei? Was it Liu Bei? Damn, Liu Bei is such a beautiful woman. Was it Liu Bei or was it somebody else? Look at Liu Bei. I just love Liu. Oh wait, no, this is Liu Bei. Who was she again? Freaking hell, what was her name? Chronostone. What was her name? I forgot her name. Guan Yu? Guan Yu. Yeah, beautiful beard, beautiful beard. Who was the guy in Record of Ragnarok? Record of Ragnarok. Fighters. Lu Bu. Is that one of the ones that I had open? Is Lu Bu the same as Liu Bei? Are they the same? I'm not sure. I'm not that well versed in Chinese things. Nope, different ones. Because Lu Bu and Liu Bei are so similar that I was not sure. Even though he's a Chinese general, all Koreans know of him. The shrine is the honor of Guan Yu, a deified general of the Three Kingdom period. Nice if we got something like a green dragon crescent blade. Oh yeah, there's people there. King of Beauty. Oh, Black, are you a king as well? Alright, she was also simping for Dogja. I forgot that she was simping for him. Jiwon Nin? I'm such a huge fan. Prisoner skill, dispel evil. He just gave him like a backhand slap. Calls himself a hypnotist. Yes, then that means she isn't just a character. King of Beauty, one of the 7 kings of Zhou and Twisa. Also named Jiwon Min. Could it be just a coincidence? Character profile. There we get more. She's an actor. Personal attributes. Actor. Rare. Grants access to the... she has by the way, help me out here, novel readers. Military command and military command? What is it actually? Military command. I need to open my ORV thing because I might have things that are similar to that. Skin correction, 1000 faces, acting. Divine charm, unique heroine. I probably have things similar to that. Let me go through the different ones. Artist has the normal D&D skills. Drawing, color theory, creativity, patience, artistic vision, art knowledge. Vocal technique. Wait, you're a sculptor. Sculpting training, anatomy knowledge, patience, creativity, artistic vision, stamina. Vocal technique, breath control, stage presence. I guess you could argue that stage presence and acting are similar. Stamina, dancing, emotional control. Weapons training, military command, love affair demon. Skin correction, 1000 phases, acting. So that second one is love affair demon. Wild. Strategizing. I mean, strategizing is similar enough to military command. It's not. Stamina, adaptability, concentration, emotional control, danger sense, memory. Dribble, shoot, kick, tackle, positioning, sprint, and stamina. Sprint, stamina, jump, javelin throwing, balance, and mental toughness. Communication, mental toughness, marketing, analysis, leadership, and financial literacy. Mental toughness, programming, research, technical proficiency, problem solving, short sleeper. Analysis, research, communication, empathy, cultural competence, psychological knowledge. Mathematics, technical proficiency, teamwork, danger sense, creativity, hydrology. Thermodynamics, mathematics, creativity, robotics, kinematics, cymatics. Programming, problem solving, communication, algorithm, understanding, mathematics, short sleeper. Research, interviewing, analysis, patience, communication, sneaking. Sports knowledge, research, interviewing, analysis, writing, and communication. Scientific literature, research, interviewing, writing, and keen eye. Keen eye, financial literacy, communication, problem solving, danger sense, and adaptability. Keen eye, customer focus, testing, inspection, problem solving, short sleeper, documentation. Product knowledge, active listening, adaptability, marketing, market research. Soldier is the one that's mainly interesting, I guess. Weapon training, weapon maintenance, warfare tactics. I think warfare tactics and military command are similar enough, right? To not double them up. Warfare tactics, survival, short sleeper, physical fitness. Weapons training, first pharmacology knowledge, calm mind, and virology. Camouflage, short sleeper, reconnaissance, danger sense. What else? Warfare tactics. As an action, you can issue a series of strategic commands to your allies within 60 feet for the next 12 seconds. Each ally of your choice with this range can use their reaction to make one additional attack or move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks. This represents your ability to coordinate and direct allies effectively, leveraging their actions to create advantageous positions or exploit openings. This time, The time the effects last increases 6 seconds for every level you have the skill. Okay, weapon string we have. Military command, I say, is similar enough to this warfare tactics skill. So that leaves Laugh Affair Demon, which I have no idea what it would be about. Laugh Affair Demon. Skin correction. 1000 faces. Acting. I think this grants her the acting and 1000 faces skill. Oops. Grants access to the acting skill. Do I have anything? Grants access to the personal skills, acting, and 1000 faces. Rob Charming related, yeah. So, acting is a form of. It's wrong. Acting is either like acting is a form of deception if we talk about it in like a way of that. Like you are acting a certain way to get a person to do what you want. It can be seen as deception or it can be seen as persuasion, in my opinion. So it would be like, we can see here we have reasoning as persuasion and we have, where's deception? Advantage to, oh, performance, that's true. There's also performance skill. What do I have performance? What is performance called at the moment? Performance is just called performance. I could just rename the performance D&D skill into acting. I think that's the easiest way to go about it. The performance is just called acting. But technically that's not entirely true, because a performance is also singing and juggling and all kinds of different things, because performance is not only acting. Let me see, I have some that are similar in that way. Where's one that I can take off? If you're making character and you create strides between people, you gain +1 to the roll for each level in the skill. Yeah, I'm copying it from inside. If you are making a charisma performance check, to act in any form, you gain +1 for the roll for each level in the skill. There's not really a seduction skill. Seduction is D&D seduce. That would be persuasion, right? Persuasion. So, Laugh Affair Demon. If you are making a charisma... Is persuasion charisma? I forgot that. Yeah, it's person. If you're making a charisma persuasion check to seduce another creature, you gain +1 to the roll for each level in the skill. In a way, skin correction and 1000 faces seem very similar to me. Are these passive? Where's insight? Insight is 1 spell point. Okay, so these two are also 1 spell point each. D&D disguise feat. What is it called? Master of disguise. You spend 1 hour observing a creature, you can then spend 8 hours crafting a disguise. You can quickly don to mimic the creature. Out of magic. So this is 1000 faces. If you spend 1 hour observing a creature, you can then spend 8 hours crafting a disguise to quickly don them. Creating a disguise out of magic. If you spend 1 hour observing a creature, you can then spend 8 hours creating a disguise out of magic. You can quickly don put on to mimic that creature. With every level in this skill, the time to create the disguise gets reduced by 1 hour. No, Taschenrechner. 8 divided by 10. Let's just whatever. I don't like it. Okay, let's just say by 48 minutes. It's a weird set. I just said calculator because I needed to type it in on my computer. If you are asking yourself why exactly 48 minutes, because if you have 48 times 10, because the max level is 10, you reach 480, and if you divide that by 62 to get hours, that's exactly 8, which basically means that if you have this at level 10 maxed out, you only need to spend the 1 hour observing the creature, and then you instantly can create the disguise. That's the kind of way why I write it down as 48. But it still costs you 3 spell points. And skin correction, I think, is going to be a passive one. Your skin is perfect, and no effect can change that. That's the thing. Your skin is perfect and no effect can change it, because some magic might make you ugly. And this thing here, nah, it corrects your skin to always be beautiful. Technically, that's not a bad skill, because like if somebody were to try to, like if you put a disguise on yourself, that means that you have the disguise on. But if somebody else would try to alter your appearance, like let's say there's somebody who wants to try to impersonate you, and they have like an ability of like they can turn themselves into what you look like, and then they change what you look like, so that people would be like, you're not them, you look different. But with skin correction, that effect would not work for you, because your skin could not get changed. It's such a stupid random shit. Okay, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Honored to meet you, Miss Min. You're also a fan of me? Not really. She's pretty, but she's not my style. Sangha is just as pretty. To be in the presence of the last queen of Scylla. Queen Jean's song, the last ruler of unified Scylla. I think it actually works similar to this. It was said that she will lose her members should she no longer be beautiful. Push the unfulfilled desires upon their incarnations. The 3 districts of Seoul are at war with one each other, just like the later 3 kingdom spirits of ancient Korea. Bounty Hunter scenario is activated. Mr. Constellation wants to see how sincere you are. Wants to crown the Incarnation G1 as the true king of the 3 areas. 2,000 coins. 2,000 coins only? Damn, you're cheap. Fine, we have a lot to do. How much 2,000 coins is worth? That really is the situation you're in right now. He just earned 16,000 coins. Poor girl, her only power is being cute and having like money, which seems a lot for like ordinary poor people. But Dogja literally just earned 16,000 coins by selling fake news. Excuse me, Your Highness. To my knowledge, Scylla was the least powerful of the 3 kingdoms. Historically speaking, don't you think you're at a disadvantage? How will you... What do you know about history? Are you a historian? I have a first grade certificate in Korean history. First grade certificate? That's nothing to boast about. she's such a cutie. She really is. She really is just cute. She's adorable. I guess you're right. She doesn't seem to know history very well. Person of the golden headband despises G1 means supporting Constellation. Why does the monkey despise her? Scoffs at the high Constellations offer. Give me 3.5k. You have sold 5 copies, earned 5,000 coins. No, 3,700. How dare you play hard to get? I'd like to make a counter offer. How about 10,000 coins? Oh, is that too low? Well, you are a queen after all. Let's make it 20,000 coins. Don't tell me you're serious to think you're worth that much. No, I'm offering to buy you for 20,000 coins. Huh? How daring! You and all your men, to be exact. What? There's no way you have that much. We see Doctor's money. Yippee! It says she slaps Jungyok. Fucking hell. I hate abbreviations. Not sure how she survived. They changed it in the webtoon when she meets him. Okay, it's Jungyok, yeah. I don't know. Maybe because Jungyok thought she was useful in some way. Doesn't mean everyone likes you. Makes contact with the person you want to trade with. Do you believe me now? And there's much more where that came from. Was the man next to her? Yes, perhaps. He might be the incarnation of Guanchang. Unrelenting Huarang. Yeah, I only do abbreviations because I have no idea how to write his huge-ass name. I mean, if you just wrote Jungyok, I would know it as well, even if you mistyped it. But for some reason, the ORV community, and this is no attack in any way, love to abbreviate everybody's name into 3 parts. Kim Dogja is like KDJ or something. Then you have Yu Jungyok with YHJ. Or like, wouldn't it be... It would be YJH, right? I don't know. You have Gilyong Han as GH, Sanga Yu as SY. Like, everybody just abbreviates those names. Maybe it happened in early regressions. He became more Jade as the regressions went on. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know her. I just sung her. Really? That's a relief. She is some character from the novel. It makes sense that Gilyong and Sanga don't know her, but for some strange reason, Songgok seems to recognize her. You said earlier that you are a fan of Miss Min. What? Oh yeah, don't you know her? She's a famous actress. Huh? Miss Min is... Wait, how do I know who she is? No, have I always known her? Character profile. Manager of the Old Trickster. Hypnotist! We have not written those down, right? Hypnotist. We have... No, it's not there. Hypnotist. Rare. Grants access to the personal skill. Hypnosis. Who the funk? Hypnosis. And grants 2 status points in magic power. Uriel is Uriel. Only she survived the abbreviations. They even do Wukong. SW Cayman. SHSY, SYS, LH. Damn, that's so freaking weird. I think it's because of the Western names. Yeah, Uriel is because the Westerners are too like Uriel. I can say Uriel, but typing out Jungyuk, Sanga, and everybody else's name, that's too hard for me. Freaking Westerners. We should have those already. Hypnosis is written down here already. Bluff is also already here. Weapons provision we have. Search attribute we also already have. Comfortable sleep. We have that. Character evaluation is currently in progress. Yippee! Then from now on, the attribute has disappeared. He's become a character. No. They know the future. Only knows the earlier chapters of the novel. Slightly attracted to you. Huh? 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 Sorry to everybody watching here. You're missing out on a tiny chance. But I'm going to let people gamble. On the server of Haku of the Tubes, I'm going to post a screenshot of this and ask the first to tell me why Dogja is looking at this system message like this gets 1,000 coins. Dokebi. I don't have a Dokebi thing. Is there a GIF for a Dokebi? Dokebi. No, the GIF didn't work. Why did the GIF not work? I wanted to use that GIF. That GIF is way too cute. Let me use it, man. Is there anything else? Omniscient readers viewpoint. If the readers becomes characters when they reach the point in the novel that they read, how come Sanga is not a character yet, even though she read 0 chapters? Yeah, that's what I talked about earlier. It doesn't make sense in that way. Okay. Prima grabbed G1 by the collar the first time they met, and throughout that regression, G1 was... No one's ever been that rough with me before. She just likes it rough, man. There's always people like that. Come on, don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. Suddenly it's drawn like in a freaking shoujo manga. Oh no, she's blushing. By the way, this is the last chapter. We're already in it for 2.5 hours. I'm done for today. We talked about a lot of things and we did get a lot of stuff. I'm not going to write this one down as an item because it's a Korean item, right? Makes sense. There's no ways anybody would find this kind of item in Germany. Yeah, that's the scene where she slaps him in a novel. In the webtoon, he grabs her by the neck instead. It's real. Shouldn't we get to it before the others? Not right. Yep. When Jungkook made use of it during his third regression. Spread will definitely try to get their hands on it. A chance to grab all the other relics. My goodness! I'm glad to see that you've all gathered in one place, and all good children deserve a prize. I hate him so much. The main scenario has been updated. The king's qualifications have begun. Occupy the ruler's throne on the mainstream of Kwanghoon. Don't have enough stations occupied to clear capture the flag. Any king will be able to sit on it. One king who has proved him or herself worthy. Yes, 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 yes. Imagine a Cupid as a constellation. Crazy! Crazy talk! The Cupid! Huh? Imagine Mickey Mouse as a constellation. Mickey Mouse! Wouldn't that... I mean, technically... Cupid would be the Greek god Amor? No, it was Roman. Roman Amor. What was his name in Greek? I don't know. Eros of Olympus. Baby with a bow. But just think about it. The baby with the bow has the ability to shoot arrows, and like, if 2 arrows hit things, they just instantly fall in love. Like that, and there's nothing they can do against it. Like, that's like, from the idea, it's perfect mind control. You can make 2 individuals fall into love, and you can just shoot a target and then stab yourself with another arrow. No, Aphrodite is Venus. Eros is a child of Aphrodite. And Eros in Greek is Amor in Roman. And Amor is basically Cupid. Yeah, Amor and Cupido are the same thing, same name. Amor and Cupido are interchangeable names for the Roman god, which is Eros in Greek, which is the child of Aphrodite. Damn, just imagine. That would be crazy to think about. You can literally shoot somebody and then stab yourself with an arrow, and you can continue to do that over and over and over again. And first of all, form a harem. But second of all, form a army. It's not only a harem, it's a freaking army. There starts the war. A salaryman or a survivor in the world of Twissa. Death will come for me sooner or later. Seoul Museum of History. Pyonggui. It's a disc-shaped relic, which doctors still used until very recently. Get down! Everyone inside, now! Mr. Quite Skills. Who could it be? Could someone have seen through my plan? I still have a King Greenhorn. Alright, there was this whole historical battle happening. Hey! He also is acting and he has Find the Weak. That's a new one. Find the Weak. What's it called in the novel? Because Find the Weak sounds so weird. Does it help him find a weak spot? Or does it tell him if a person is weaker than him? Bit part actors, by the way, also new. Bit part actor. Which is general, right? Yep. General. And it grants access to the personal skill acting. Weak investigation. What does that mean? Oh my god, what does it even mean? Weak investigation. Is it like a weaker form of like that you only have a chance to see the status window? Oh my god. Finding the weak spot could also be, it could be weak spot, it could also be like, where's like search attribute allows you to attempt to see the attribute. Maybe I guess maybe it would be better if it's translated as weakness investigation then. I think weakness investigation sounds better in my head. It can cost 1 spell point. You can use your bonus action to check a target for weak spots and gain advantage on your next attack. Yeah, sure. Great one, paired with powerful Constellation. Last hero of Huang Sanbo. In the name of a kingdom, have you no shame? What's the goddamn queen doing here? Slightly attracted. Look at her. Oh my god. I remember when I looked at her like that in the past, I was like, does she have yandere tendencies? She seems slightly Menhera. Slightly yandere tendencies. Thank you for creations earlier. That is all, so don't mind me. How dare you speak to our queen like that? I can't believe someone actually signed a deal with that lousy Constellation. Do you want to be beheaded like a Constellation? By the way, him talking about it like that also means when there was the Constellation selection, the Constellation of this guy was also... This is a headcanon, if anything. The Constellation of this guy also offered to become the Constellation for this guy. Because he's like, oh, somebody actually designed the deal with that lousy Constellation. Like, he had the option to sign, but didn't do it. But somebody actually did it. This is the worst matchup ever. As some of you may know, Guanxiang was beheaded by Gearbaik in the Battle of Chuansangbo. I did. I never knew that. I mean, I know it because I read it, but yeah. Guanxiang and he's Gearbaik. Among the high constellations, there is a hierarchical system based on their actual past lives. A general of a kingdom cannot disobey their king, and rivals are given advantages and disadvantages based on their historical records. The more the incarnations are in tune with their constellations. Let's reenact the Battle of Yuansangbo. Some you may know, Silla won the Battle of Huangsanbo. Command detachment. Okay. Let's reenact it next week! Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Let's look at how much work we did today in the 2 hours and 45 minutes. Just look at this. Today we made 21 new personal skills. Today we made 5 new personal attributes. We made 2 new monsters and also 2 new constellations. There was a lot of new stuff today. And we're literally only in chapter 59. I know that in some chapters there's not that much information, and that means we can do more in those kind of weeks. But today I feel like going through these 10 chapters was more than enough to say that we did a good job. And next week we can continue and see where we go from there. Because I still need to put all of them into the book. And I still need to... I'm not going to put the monsters in there yet, because if I send the book to the players, then the players would be able to see the monsters, and that's also why I am not putting anyone into like constellations yet, because if I put the constellations in there, then the players would know what constellations are and how to get them and other things. So I'm not putting them in there in the book yet, but after we're playing and as we reveal more and more constellations, I'm going to put these constellations in so that if one day you guys want to play with this system as well, I can share this thing. And well, you can always adjust the constellation and make constellation however you want them yourself. Maybe you want to use some of the constellations that I have with some of the stigmata I have that just are useful in that way. I also need to work on the recipe books for alchemy, crafting, and cooking. I have never worked on that before because it's too much work. There's so many layers to the story. I need to put the personal attributes in here. I need to put in these constellations later down here. There's only a template for like what if I were a constellation, the flame born from passion, nebula, vtuber, original flame. The scenarios, I don't know if I can put anything in there. I need to, every item that we created is going to be put in here as well. Just like separate into armor, item, weapon. I still have to add new items into Blaine items and Blaine armor. That's from somebody that I'm supporting on Patreon, where I get D&D content. And these are all the D&D magical items. The prices are just going to stay like that, I think. Actually, let me check. SS grade item for 450,000. Is that correct? Where the hell is my item tab? Where the hell did my item tab go? Where the hell is my... why is it over there? Okay, let me see it. SS grade item, 450,000. Okay, I need to adjust these. Fucking hell no, that's going to be another... That's not going to be another few days of work. That I need to go through all of these items here and readjust their prices. You know what? I'm probably going to delete them. I'm probably going to delete all of these D&D items. And then one day I'm going to work my way through all of the D&D magic items. And I'm going to give them, rework them as like things for Omniscient Ria's Viewpoint. But as they are right now, I feel like this is more of a problem than they are worth. Where's the end? It's down here. I'm just going to delete that all. And one day I might rework them all into D&D items, but for now we're just going to have them deleted. What did we just change? From 53, and before that we were at 69, so that's 16 pages gone. But those work fine. The weapons are just ordinary shit. Feats are not going to be important. That is worked out. That is worked out. The structures are worked out. Yep. This is structures I like. These two items here. What were they? Manufacturing, DC, and time. Tools and their products. I'm going to delete those pages as well. And the different, like, manufacturing, DC, and time and everything is just going to be in the crafting thing down there in the bottom. So I can delete these pages as well. We're just going to bring it down to 50 pages for now. But this is fine. This is fine. And with that, at least 50 clean pages. We have 50 clean pages. It's hard work. This is hard work. This is going to be worth it in the future. We're going to... I want to finish this before summer. And we're going to have more and more ORV content. Because this Paris Dome story, I want to write that. And I'm going to... I will attempt to write a lot of the chapters for the Paris Dome thing. And maybe for the Another World thing. And also prepare the disaster thing. Because the disaster thing would be a stream project that you guys could watch. While the Paris Dome and the Another World story would be stories that you can read that I will publish on a website for you to read if you want to read it as a novel, or I will also upload it on my YouTube channel where I read the chapter out loud for you as like a form of audio book. And you can choose if you want to read it yourself or want to listen to the audiobook version, or if you want to do both or something. That's up to you. But for now, I think this is the point where we are going to stop for today. I want to say thank you for everybody who was here, who took their time out of the day to spend some hours with me and is now ready to go to bed, eat dinner, eat breakfast, do whatever you want with your day. So all that to be said for me, stay happy, stay helpful. Helpful? Yeah, as well. Stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro, out. Got a yap on.